Okay, so today we're going to be working on a bobble headband pattern. And there is you can get the written copy of this pattern in the link in the description below. But I will be doing the full project video tutorial here with you right now, so you can get the entire pattern for free through this video tutorial. And I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, and I had a whole bunch of these rolls of these skeins of yarn. This is just going to require one skein for this project. And in case you're trying to look for a yarn, I'm not really sure where exactly you would find tent sale soft worsted yarn, but I have put the information about the yarn also in the description below so that you can find something as close to it. There's also, in case you're using a different yarn, maybe you have one that you really like and you want to make this pattern with that, you can follow along with the size chart for headbands. I've included a link to the size chart that I use, because if you're using a different size yarn, a different thickness, obviously if you're going by the stitch count, your sizing will be off. Okay, so that's why it's important that you follow along to the information here in the yarn that I'm using, or at least double check the size chart to make sure that you're on track with sizing if you're following my stitch counts. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are going to start with by making our starting loop. And we're going to chain 16. So you're going to yarn over your hook and pull it through the loop. Yarn over, pull through the loop. So you're just going to go ahead and keep on doing that until you've reached 16 chains. So you can pause this video, and when you get to 16, then come back. Okay, so now starting in the second chain from the hook, so not this one here, but the next one, we're going to work a half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over your hook, push the hook through that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now you've got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, and you're just going to work a half double crochet in the next chain. And you're going to keep on going, working 1 half double crochet into each chain all the way down the row. And when you get to the end of this row, you should have 15 stitches, because we started working in the second chain from the hook. So go ahead and work all of your half double crochets to the end of the row and then come back. Okay, so now when you get to the end of that row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And now we're going to work 1 half double crochet into every stitch down the row. So same way as before, but working into your stitch. You want to look at the top there. Make sure you're going through the entire stitch, okay? You should have that little V shape on top of your hook there. And you're just going to work your half double crochets as usual. We're just working into stitches now instead of our chains. So you're going to work 1 half double crochet into every single stitch all the way down the row and then come back. Now that you've reached the end of that row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and you're going to repeat that row again. So you're just going to work 1 half double crochet into every single stitch all the way down the row, and when you get to the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished that row of half double crochets and you chain 1 and turn your work, we're going to start our next row now. Now we're going to be working on a 2-row repeat. So we're going to start with our bobble row. We're going to do a regular half double crochet in the very first stitch. And then we're going to do a bobble stitch in the next. So we're going to yarn over our hook, push it in that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, put it back in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. And you're going to do that again 2 more times. So 4 in total for each bobble stitch. And now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 5, chain 1. Then you're going to work a regular half double crochet into that very next stitch beside it. And just give that a good little tug and you push your bobble out. So you can see that on that side. In the very next stitch, you're going to work a regular half double crochet. In the following one, you're going to work another bobble. Chain 1, and then a half double crochet into the stitch next to it. And you're going to continue alternating all the way down. So half double crochet, bobble, chain 1, half double crochet, bobble, chain 1. You're going to do that all the way to the end and then come back. Okay, so when you got to the end of that row, you should have finished off with a regular half double crochet. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. For this next row, we're just going to work one regular half double crochet into every stitch all the way down the whole row. And this is what I'm talking about with a 2-row repeat, because you're going to be doing a row of regular half double crochets and you're going to be doing a row of bobble, then a row of half double crochets, then a row of bobble. At the end of every row, you are going to chain 1 before you turn your work. You want to always make sure that your bobble stitches are lined up. If they're not, you've dropped a stitch somewhere, picked up an extra stitch somewhere. You should be starting every bobble row with a regular half double crochet, and you should be ending every bobble row with a regular half double crochet. That'll be a good indicator to make sure that you're also staying on track. You could also be following your stitch counts, but I mean, to be honest, I hate always having to count. With the bobble stitches, it'll be easy for you to make sure that you're lining them up. Okay? So you're gonna go ahead, I think I already chained 1, and now you're gonna work, you're gonna turn your work, do chain 1, turn your work, bobble row, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet row. Okay, so for that 2-row repeat where you're doing your bobble and then half double crochet, that's your 2-row repeat. Okay, so you've just completed it once. Now you're going to do another bobble row and regular half double crochet. That'll be twice. So we've just completed our 2-row repeat once together, and you're going to now go ahead, pause the video, and you're going to work this 2-row repeat 22 more times and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished all of your 2-row repeats and you're ready to move on, you should have finished with a row of half double crochet because of our 2-row repeat, right? Now what we're going to do is work another row of just regular half double crochets, and we're going to do 2 times. So you're going to do 1 row of half double crochet right now. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and then you're going to work 1 more row of half double crochet, just 1 in every stitch all the way down. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Finish up this row of half double crochet, chain 1, turn your work, do another row of half double crochet, and then come back and I will show you how we're going to finish up this adorable bobble headband. Okay, so now that you've finished those half double crochets, you're going to just chain 1 at the very end there and fasten off with a long tail end, because we're going to need to use that to sew. And that's how we make our like twisted knot look. Okay, and just pull that right through. Grab a yarn needle. And you're just going to thread your yarn needle, okay, to have it ready. Now take your headband and you're going to fold the ends, the short ends, into each other. So you're going to fold one like this, And then you're going to fold the other one into itself as well. So you're holding it like this. You're going to intertwine those, like sort of weave them into each other. Okay, and when you're folding it into each other, you really want to make sure that right now your bobbles are on the inside. You want your headband to be inside out for this part, okay? And you're just going to make sure that all of these little bits are all intertwined, and then we're going to sew them all together. So you're going to get your yarn needle. I have it somewhere here at the end. All right, so again, just double check, make sure the bobbles are on the inside. And then you're just going to take your yarn needle and sew, being sure to get all of the short edges together, and just sew it, connecting it all. It's really, really important that you make sure that you're getting all of those short edges together. I'm just going to go all the way down. Okay, and then I just like to go one more time just to really make sure that it's secure. Because the last thing you want to have happening is that little twisty knot at the front of your headband to end up having any gaps or holes in it, or to even open up. So you just want to really make sure it's secure. And then I like to just go right down the middle and just bring my yarn needle up through the center there. And then this is where I do my little, I'll kind of create a loop and put it through to make a knot. And then you're just going to fasten that off. And any other little tail ends that you have, you can go ahead and weave those in. And you're going to flip your headband around. To reveal your beautiful bobble twisted headband, their little knot, and just kind of get that, just fiddle around with that until it's how you like it. And there you go.